You ever get that feeling like the one piece of information you need, the thing that would make everything click, is just out of reach? Like it's hidden somewhere, totally unexpected.
Almost like you have to go on a journey to find it.
Exactly. Well, welcome to the deep dive. That's kind of what we do here. We take your curiosity, your source material, and we dig until we unearth those truly valuable insights.
And today's source material is especially intriguing. You've given us a text titled Tisha.
Right. And inside, there's this story, a short one, by Rabbi נחman of Mברסלב. It's called Tale of the Treasure Under the Bridge.
Even the title makes you wonder, what's hidden beneath the surface?
Absolutely. I mean, when you first hear it, it sounds like, a simple little story, maybe something you'd tell a child at bedtime.
But there's a depth to these Hasidic tales, layers of meaning.
That's what we're here to explore. Our mission in this deep dive is to go beyond that surface level, to really understand the core message of this story.
See how it can be interpreted, because there are often multiple ways to understand these stories.
And ultimately, see what surprising insights it might hold for you, the listener, in your own life.
So shall we begin with the story itself?
Let's do it. So it all starts with a dream. Pretty classic, right?
It is. The story's about a man from one city who has this incredibly vivid dream. He dreams that a great treasure,
like buried treasure.
Yes, exactly, is buried under a specific bridge in Vienna.
Vienna, interesting choice. So already as a listener, you're hooked. You're picturing this man, probably not wealthy, packing up his few belongings, setting off on this journey to a faraway city, full of hope and anticipation for the riches that await him under that bridge in Vienna.
It plays on that universal idea, doesn't it? That something precious, something transformative is waiting for us in some distant, exotic location.
It's a journey of discovery, and the dream sets the stage for a physical journey. But it's not quite that straightforward.
No, it isn't. So the man, he takes his dream to heart. He really believes it. And he travels all the way to Vienna.
Wow, that must have been an undertaking in those times.
Imagine. But here's where things get, well, a little more complicated. He arrives at the bridge, his dream guiding him. But reality sets in. It's a public place, busy, bustling with people. How on earth is he supposed to just start digging for treasure?
Right. Like, picture him standing there, probably feeling a bit awkward, trying to figure out how to discreetly dig up a treasure in broad daylight. It's almost a comical image.
It is. It's that clash between a dream and the practical realities of life. But then, in a moment of what seems like chance,
Divine intervention.
perhaps, he encounters someone. The text describes this person as an ekavir, which can be understood as a man of valor, someone respected, maybe even influential in the community.
Someone who might be able to help.
That's what the dreamer might be thinking. Maybe this person has some resources or knows the area. So he decides to share his dream, hoping perhaps for assistance, a partnership in uncovering this treasure.
A shared reward. Makes sense, right? It's natural to want to collaborate when facing something that seems impossible alone.
Absolutely. But the response he gets, well, let's just say it's not what he expected.
Oh.
Not at all. The passerby is dismissive. He even scoffs at the dreamer, calls him, and I'm quoting here, a foolish Jew for believing in dreams.
Wow, okay. That's harsh. Imagine traveling all that way only to be ridiculed.
But, and here's the real twist, this same passerby, he then reveals that he himself had a dream.
No way. So the guy who's mocking the dreamer for having a dream had a dream himself.
The irony is almost too perfect, right? And what was his dream about? Well, you guessed it. A treasure.
Of course. Buried under a bridge somewhere.
Not quite. He dreamt of a treasure hidden under the stove in the house of a Jew in a specific city. And the dream even gave the city in the man's name.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
This man dreamt of a treasure in someone else's home. A very specific someone else. And then get this, he asks the dreamer, rhetorically, "Oh, Akronau, would it even occur to you that I would travel all the way there for the treasure?"
That's incredible. He's basically saying your dream is foolish, but my dream, well, that's different.
It's a complete blind spot, right? He can't imagine acting on his own dream, but he ridicules the other man for doing exactly that.
We often judge others by a different standard than we judge ourselves. So what happens next?
The story says the dreamer was astonished. Abrahimu! I mean, can you blame him?
He must have had a light bulb moment. He realizes the stranger has accidentally given him the missing piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. So what does he do? He journeys back home. He remembers the details the passerby shared about his dream, the city, and presumably his own name, and then he goes straight to his house.
And digs under his stove.
You know it. And what does he find? The treasure. It was there all along. The story ends with this beautiful line from the Jew, Priyan Krezher's Kliashawinks. I had to travel all the way to Vienna to know that I had a treasure at home.
Wow. So this seemingly simple tale, it has a lot going on beneath the surface.
It does. And the text itself offers two main interpretations. One connects the story to the idea of needing a tzaddik.
The tzaddik.
Yes, a righteous leader, a spiritual guide. Especially in matters of serving God, what's called ade. This interpretation suggests that the treasure represents the inherent spiritual potential that resides within each person.
Okay, I'm following.
But to become aware of this inner treasure, well, you might need to embark on a journey, a metaphorical one, to a tzaddik.
So the arduous trip to Vienna, it's not about literal gold, but about seeking spiritual guidance.
Precisely. The tzaddik acts like that passerby. Without even realizing it, they provide the crucial insight that helps you unlock something already present within you.
Like they hold up a mirror to your soul.
Exactly. They offer a new way of seeing that allows you to recognize your own inherent worth. But the text also provides a second interpretation.
Oh.
Yeah.
A different way of looking at it.
Yes, this one suggests that Rabbi Nachman might be subtly hinting that those grand journeys, those extraordinary efforts, they're not always necessary.
To uncover the treasure.
Yes. This viewpoint emphasizes that the treasure, whatever personal meaning it holds for you, is already within you, right where you are. The text says, everyone has the treasure in their own place.
Interesting. So the man's trip to Vienna, while part of the story, wasn't strictly necessary to find the treasure itself.
In a way, yes. It was always under his stove. This interpretation suggests the challenge isn't about the external quest, but about an internal exploration, looking inward instead of outward.
So one interpretation emphasizes an external guide, the other internal discovery. Two sides of the same coin, maybe?
Possibly. And that raises a question for you, the listener. Which of these interpretations resonates more with you? Have you ever embarked on a journey, a literal trip, or maybe pursuing a goal, only to find what you sought was closer than you thought?
It makes you think, right? This isn't just about goal. It could be about finding inner peace, discovering a talent, or realizing the solution to a problem was right in front of you all along.
Like finally finding that lost file that was on your computer desktop the whole time.
Exactly. So to recap, we have these two ways of understanding Rabbi Nachman's story. The journey to Vienna ultimately leads back to the treasure the man already possessed. But was that external journey essential, or was the treasure accessible through internal searching all along?
It's something to ponder. And it brings us to a final thought. Could it be that the act of seeking, even when it takes us far away, is sometimes necessary to appreciate what we already have? Was the trip to Vienna what allowed the man to see his own home with new eyes? Maybe our own Vienna experiences, those detours and pursuits, help us see the treasures that have been waiting for us right here, right now. What might your Vienna be? What under-the-stove discoveries might be waiting for you?
Something to think about.